Hello, my Astro family. This is Lada from astrolada.com, here with the wise and favorite astrologer Trifon Nikolov, who uses Babylonian Sidereal Zodiac, the actual constellations, to look into the new lunar month according to ancient methods. Hi, Trifon.
Hello, everybody.
Thank you for joining us. I know that you've been working 20 hours per day because of all the orders you got for the 2020 Saturn Jupiter conjunction reading that you're offering, prediction for the next 20 years per person, which is 30% off. It's still valid. So if you'd like a personal reading with Trifon, he's getting like 20 orders per day, but he's going through them. It's still valid for a few more days, I think. This offer, only $99, down from $150. How the Saturn Jupiter conjunction will affect you in the next 20 years personally. But anyway, lead us through this lunar month.
Okay, let's begin. The moon this time appeared in Aquarius. So the principle here, if you remember, is that the first visibility of the moon after the conjunction with the sun is the beginning of the month in ancient times. And it's quite logical because astrology is knowledge about the light. It is even called with this name in India, Jyotish, science of the light. And so the moon, which is also considered in ancient times to be even the most important of all the planets, by the way, if you don't know that, appeared in Aquarius. And this is okay, because in Aquarius begins her path through the zodiac. I will make you to know some principle here. The zodiac can be accepted to be of two halves, solar and lunar. And now the lunar half is from Aquarius from the beginning of Aquarius till the end of Cancer. And the solar half is the rest, from the beginning of Leo till the end of Capricorn. And it's a very easy way in sidereal astrology if you want to see if someone has more lunar or solar qualities to just to count the planets and in which half he have more planets. So in this way, the moon here is good one. Like she's more soft. Aquarius is a sign of social processes, of friendship. And in this way, the moon will promote the energy of friendship and freedom, desire for those things throughout the month, which is definitely a very good thing. And we'll have this. We'll have this. Also, in Aquarius, there is the influence of very spiritual places. Very spiritual places are either aspecting, I mean fixed stars, or being directly present in the constellation of Aquarius. So there are aspects of spiritual stars. There is one place that is called the Water of Life. So in this way, it's special. There is some more spirituality, some more healing energy, which is especially very needed right now, obviously. And the moon appeared not far away, but however not very close also to those spiritual stars and spiritual places. But one planet that was with her at that time was there. So the moon appeared with Venus, which is of course a favorable sign in many ways. Again, confirms that this month is favorable for friendship, for love, and also in more universal way. This can be seen. This can be seen easily these days in the news. And Venus is in was in such place. In fact, she was in such place that was called the sacred degrees in ancient times. So in a special way, this month is promoting spiritual energy, and maybe especially for women and for social circles of a kind. And
Because quite a few women wrote to me very upset in the last few days, and they said, I'm so angry because in our state they're taking our rights to make an abortion, to do what we want with our bodies. Some women are getting angry. Was that the
interesting.
Mars square Venus?
Oh yes, this is something else that I almost forgot to, but I will comment a little bit. So another aspect of the moon appearing with Venus is, however, when I use certain astrological technique to measure the influence of the month of the moon and Venus, how they exactly will show their influence, then I found that there is slight problem. What is that? Uh, Accepting Aquarius to be ascendant in this way, the moon happened to rule the sixth house. So the moon will give and promote all those energies related to love and healing, but maybe more in connection with the need of healing and the need to be effective at work. However, also the sixth house ruler always is connected with some more health-related issues that are happening. So we can see that in the news. You know what is going on. And now I will be talking also why this is going on. So the moon and Venus are providing help. Okay, this is the idea for this month. They are providing help for such problems. However, in the same time, if you remember, the video for December and part of January was with the information of the invisibility of the planets. And now the planets are, most of them, visible already, but one of them still is not.
Saturn.
Yeah, Saturn still is not visible. You can think a little bit for the month and to see how, in many ways, security was not present there. The sense of security that Saturn is giving. So we are feeling much more vulnerable now under the invisible Saturn. And
Can it be because Saturn is also to contain something, to put boundaries? Is that the reason, because Saturn is invisible, that this virus is spreading so quickly? No boundaries.
yes, but yes, exactly. The lack of Saturn means lack of boundaries, lack of limits. The virus escaped maybe the laboratory, they say, or in another way it was created through nature. So there are different theories, if
It's
you know,
spreading fast. It's
but it's
in the
spreading,
town
yes.
next to ours already, there are cases.
Yes, and here comes another information for Saturn. Saturn is in his last 2 days in Aquarius, in Sagittarius now, and it is heading to Capricorn according to the way I'm calculating the zodiac, which is the same way as in ancient Egypt, for example. And on 31st this month, he's entering Capricorn, still invisible, still invisible. Very soon he will appear in Capricorn in the countries and states more to the south, like for example in Florida, in Mexico, and countries in similar places. And first there will be some more difficulties. Saturn, when he's appearing in ancient texts, is described as bringing, of course, more difficulties for the moment. And even there is a text from ancient Mesopotamia that such a child will have more difficult life, more challenging, maybe more karmic. However, Saturn also, in this case, in Capricorn, brings the power of structure, of order, of organized effort, responsibility. So these are all heavy things, of course. So no wonder that such children that may be born at that time will have more duty, for example. So Saturn will appear and will start to bring more security, but at the same time, in the process of appearing, it will be shown his also other side that is more destructive. In fact, I have found, and it may be neglected a little bit, a text about Saturn, ancient text, that is describing his beginning in Capricorn, like appearing and entering the sign, which is about to happen. And the ancient author is saying that there will be plagues in many places.
Plagues.
Plagues, yes.
Plagues, like
Plagues.
viruses, contagion. Yeah.
Yes, and this is literally already true. The ancient text is correct. And also, however, other details from the text are that first, the text is saying that this is destructive position, Saturn in Capricorn is destructive position. Yes, yes, it is destructive. It is destructive through the power of Saturn to bring structure and order. So first, maybe he will have to demolish some things
to bring new order.
for the place of the new structure that will come later. So Saturn is entering Capricorn. This is big news for every one of us on deeply personal level. Because this means that when I use the ancient house system in everyone's horoscope, it means that Saturn changed houses. So now every one of us will feel how Saturn is changing his influence, like his heavy influence, from one place to another in our lives. And this can be felt very personally immediately. It's
even if the person's, say, ascendant is far away in Capricorn in the last degrees, they would still feel it when it enters the sign.
Yes, according to my experience, it's not like in tropical Western astrology that you wait for Saturn to reach a certain point in the chart, like cusp of a house and so on. Here, when Saturn enters this sidereal sign of Capricorn, he is immediately coloring the entire place and experience. So everyone who have Capricorn, usually in Western astrology, most of the people are called Aquariuses. They will immediately feel more Saturnian type of energy coming. So the thing is that Saturn is also called to be the ruler of the place, and for them, with time, he will give more strength. But again, in a Saturnian way. Remember that.
In organization, structure,
This is not Jupiter. It will be not so funny in the beginning. Okay. It will be more like responsibility.
Grow up, mature, take responsibility, cut your expenses and losses, separate from unnecessary.
Yes, but in the end, achieve control over everything, including, if needed, others.
Yes.
Control and yeah. Okay, so depends on what type of person you are, but Saturn will give you more control in the end.
Yeah.
Over your own life, and even the ability to take some bigger responsibility for other people's lives, which is extremely important. Capricorn, that's why it's so important sign. It can make things for others. And so Saturn is entering, and this is not only for people, this is also for countries. Let's see what countries are getting rid of the influence of Saturn, and what countries are accepting, willing or not, his influence.
Restructuring, reorganization, change of governments, austerities.
Yes. So, countries like the southern parts of Turkey, for example, also Romania, and the whole Iberian Peninsula, they will be relieved from the influence of Saturn.
They said.
Instead, they will enjoy Jupiter, which is again present in this sign, in Sagittarius. However, the Saturnian countries, so according to the ancient tradition, these are the countries on the Balkans, except Greece, which is ruled by Mercury and Virgo. So this is Bulgaria, Serbia, Albania, Montenegro, all the countries there.
India.
Except Romania.
Except Romania.
North from the Donau River is different. So also India is Capricorn.
I heard Mexico is Capricorn too.
Some are considering Capricorn to be connected with Mexico, yes. Yes, there is such certain logic to accept that this can be correct, quite possible. And however, the ancients here were not giving evidence that they knew about Mexico at the time. So, but possible. And in all those countries, there will be a period somehow similar like in the beginning of the 60s. And this period was more connected definitely with exactly the influence of Saturn, more structurizing, changing in the seats of power, experiencing some greater financial economic challenges or even crisis for a moment. So for a moment, and the result after that is that they're becoming stabilized, better in their economical situation. As a consequence.
Eventually.
Yes. So now, first, the destructive, structurizing power of Saturn will be afflicting those places. So this is good, especially the Balkans. I'm sure also India, they need the good influence of Saturn. I think this time the influence of Saturn will be better than the previous time.
Well, it has already started. I was sent an article today that from a friend in Bulgaria that the biggest billionaire mafia guy has been, the prime minister is searching for him to, Vasil Boshkov. I don't know if you know him, but he's run away from Bulgaria. He's the richest guy there. The government is after him to get his money.
Yes. Okay. Saturn, which can be also the power of the country, definitely is obviously activated already. The primary country of Capricorn, traditionally on the Balkans, this is of course Bulgaria, because of I'm saying this because of history, and so on. Yes, Bulgaria obviously will be the first affected.
Oh, can I ask you, what about people that when Saturn is becoming visible, ruled by like Aquarius, Capricorn, rising sun or moon people, will they start feeling better or worse when Saturn becomes visible in February?
Okay, people who are ruled by Saturn, definitely they are in a crisis now.
When it's invisible.
From the end of December till this moment. So they are in a difficult time now. So these are in sidereal people connected with the Capricorn in Aquarius. In tropical astrology, these are Aquarius and Pisces. And so these people will become stronger now. again in a Saturnian way.
That's good for them. More organized, more having control over their life, more in charge.
Definitely, they will go out of a position of weakness to a better position of more strength, simply put. So for them, it's good. For any one of us, depending on the houses that Saturn is ruling, also is good in this way, but initially will bring a sense of a crisis or need for structurizing some place, some area of our lives, which will be a challenge. But still, it's good than the chaos that exists if Saturn is not there. So Saturn will be appearing towards the end towards the middle of the month in more northern places, like let's say Balkans, France, Germany, or like New York, Washington, and so on, that line. And so until then, for the people there, Saturn is invisible. For the even more northern countries like Canada and the Scandinavian countries, for example, and Russia, and so on, then it will be even later, maybe towards the end of February.
What activities are good to initiate when Saturn is becoming visible? Businesses.
First, it's not good to initiate probably any kind of activities while Saturn is invisible.
Invisible.
Yes, because Saturn is, when he is invisible, he is, of course, not giving any kind of security that things can be stable.
And long lasting. So maybe while it's invisible, you can start something that you want it to be short term.
Yes, or if you want to break out of certain limitations, maybe this will be a moment for this. When the structuring power is not so strong, that is holding you back. So this is more like good time for rebels and so on.
It's good also to break through outdated ideas and structures in your life while Saturn is invisible.
Yes.
But when it's becoming visible, what is it good for?
Of course, then we can try to bring more order and structure in our lives in certain areas chosen by us. In this case, strictly this is about business. Because Saturn is appearing in the sign of the Earth in Capricorn, traditionally connected to work in business and professional development. So if you want to have successful business, for example, this year is a very good year about it, because Saturn is in Capricorn. You can start something and it can be long-lasting and successful and meaningful. So this is the gift of Saturn, which is a really big gift. And it's a rare gift, as Saturn is not so often strong. Mostly of his 30-year cycle, he is like 25 or maybe 23 of those years, he is in not so good position. And 5-6 of those years, he is in really bad condition. So these are now the next 5 years, I can say, he will be in his own signs. So it's a good time for trying to achieve something.
Lasting, stable.
Yes, we will feel it in every one of us in our lives in the areas where Saturn is ruling. Yes, in different ways. And so it became very Saturnian, but this is it. It's winter, Saturn is appearing. So winter, by the way, let's say the famous expression, winter is coming, Saturn is appearing, and you can expect a lot of cold weather. Even the ancients are saying that when he is appearing in Capricorn, that he brings extremely cold winds from the north. Okay, so expect that in February.
It's been really, the last Yeah, but it's been bad winter already.
It more is coming, okay? So this is nothing. And so also Mercury appeared, and ancient texts are saying when he's appearing in evening phase in Capricorn, again a winter sign, that he is giving very cold weather too. So the energies of Mercury and Saturn are aligning to give very cold weather. It's not that, okay, winter is there, but who knows what we will see. Yeah, obviously it will be a winter more memorable than others. That
Now in Florida, huh?
even here there was two days of like 6 degrees Celsius.
Whew. It's cold
So
here.
the iguanas were falling from the trees. So and the streets were literally with no people. So also this can be important for people who are connected with agriculture. According to the positions now, it's not expected much rain or snow. The positions of Jupiter and Mercury and Saturn are commented by the ancients in this way that they are not giving much water. So this may be not so good. But it will be changing later when Venus will make somehow balance in this, because Venus in February will enter her sign of exaltation. This is happening after a couple of days. And the good side of the month will be the strong Venus, which means love, harmony, and spirituality are there in February, stronger than other months in the year. Venus is stronger in Pisces more than in any other sign. In this way, we will be blessed also in our personal horoscopes and areas of lives by the presence of exalted Venus. In everyone's horoscope, there will be one area that Venus will bless with its transit, bringing more harmonious influences. So this can be maybe another video, what Venus will bring. We will see after a couple of days. So, but she's there, she will help a lot. And she's on the way to reach her biggest elongation, the biggest distance from the sun. So if you know, she can be only 44 degrees away from the sun. And there is again an ancient text saying something about that. Text possibly coming from Mesopotamia, even though it was written before like 12 centuries. So the text is saying that when Venus makes this elongation in Pisces, a powerful man will die. So we will see. This is around 20th of February. In that time, we will see.
So Venus will be the brightest?
Yes.
The brightest then? And powerful men die then?
Yes.
Not powerful women.
Okay. There was not much powerful women at the time when the text was written, but maybe it's possible now. So let's hope, of course, that this will not happen, but the ancient text has some reason, because the ancient astrology is based on observation throughout centuries and thousands of years. So if we have such sentence, then we must take it seriously. As the text that is saying that Saturn entering Capricorn brings diseases in many places, which is literally before our eyes right now.
Yeah.
So So this is about Venus. Let's see what else will be there. And let's talk about what is going on in the heavens in terms of there is one aspect that is happening in the last days between Venus and Mars. There was 3-4 days ago exact square between Venus and Mars. If you have noticed, I think for all people this was a day that brings a lot of tension, nerves, problems. People were praying for the end of the day, and also one of the main effects, according to what I think I saw, is exhaustion.
Mm-hmm. Nervous exhaustion almost.
Yes, obviously the difficult aspect of Venus to Mars somehow obstructs energy. On the other hand, it was difficult time for women, obviously, especially the younger and more beautiful of them that are symbolized by Venus. And so this square is still really close, but starting to separate. And if you feel still exhausted and tired, in the next days, this will start to disappear. And also the love problems signified by such square, like conflicts or any kind of troubles that can be there, in this aspect also will start to be dissolved. On the 5th of February, okay, about 5th of February, a little bit later, I reminded myself something. So this square, Mars and Venus, is interesting in the situation with the what's happening in China with this virus and so on, because it has symbolical meaning in the heavens. Mars is in Scorpio, the sign of insects and diseases and infections. And Mars is such planet. It can symbolize viruses. And it is in a bad aspect to Venus, which is in the sign of Aquarius. So now let's imagine what is Aquarius. Aquarius has human shape. And it was said that the virus started from the interaction between bat and the snake. And somehow, yes. So this can be literally, especially the snake, easily connected with Scorpio. And so in this way, Venus in the sign of humans gets affected by Mars, who is the sign of the planet of the beast, in the sign of reptiles, and infection. So it's really symbolically clear, very interesting to look at it this way. I think there is connection.
Literal.
Yes. So exactly this square was exact and is starting to dissipate. So what is going on later? On 5th of February, Mercury will be in conjunction with one spiritual star. This is one of the 4 royal stars of antiquity. The 4 stars, if you don't know them, are Regulus, the king, Antares, the warrior, Aldebaran, the rich guy, the banker, and Fomalhaut. Fomalhaut is the priest, the spiritual person, the 4th pillar of society. And Mercury will be with it on 5th of February. For all of us, this can give a channel for communication somehow, or accepting more spiritual information or work, especially for those who are more connected with Mercury naturally, like in their work, or if Mercury rules their ascendant, for example, either in Virgo or in Gemini. In tropical astrology, mostly this will be people with ascendant Cancer and Libra, and positions there. And in this way, this can be very positive, very helping moment. either on spiritual level or even helping for healing practices. Yes. No one can tell you what exactly this star can give you, but it will be positive always. So this is one interesting position. Immediately after that, some other positions that are somehow similar. 6th and 7th February, Venus will be with the star of suicide, Sheat. Sheat is part of Pegasus constellation, and it is connected with much social problems and drama. However, in this combination, it will have double meaning. So people connected with Venus will experience obviously some psychological problems. So this can be the people that are dealing somehow creating art, dealing with art, or again the young beautiful woman, and so on. However, also there is a positive expression of this influence of Venus, and this can be also used by those people to challenge the energy. Venus with this star, I think it can help to other people who have great problems. So Venus will be definitely mitigating and softening and balancing social problems and pain, and even saving people from suicide with her influence on 6th and 7th of February. And this can be done through the deeds of people who have strong Venus in their chart. So this is also there, a healing moment, rescuing moment connected with Venus in that time. Oh, I'm starting to worry I'm looking at it. So
yeah, I'm on mute because I'm coughing.
okay. So you have this case there.
I
Right?
don't have coronavirus.
Okay. So okay, and however, on the next day, 8th of February, Mars will somehow counteract this influence because Mars will stand with the star Shawa, the stink of Scorpio. This star represents the stink of Scorpio, and it is, of course, in this way, dangerous star, but it is connected with poisons or betrayal or violence or whatever there you can imagine. Also, by the way, with medicine. But Mars there either can show more efforts related to, especially in this crisis now, to prevent problems. However, also can show maybe the further bigger problems, spreading of the problem. This is also indicated by the fact that Saturn will be entering Capricorn and still appearing. And this is a general indication that this problem will be developing strongly throughout February. And on the, let's say with last words, also Mars will after that move into Sagittarius. It will go out of Scorpio. Both places are good for Martian people. People who are ruled by Mars are in their good days right now because Mars is strong and because Mars will move in the sign of Jupiter. So all dynamic people or people who are dealing with business, everyone who wanna do something like to win a competition and so on, who is more Martian type, he has good time. The difference will be that because Mars in Scorpio is more malicious, is giving more power to answer to bad people, I can say. But this will be changed towards 10th of February. Mars will enter Sagittarius, and in this way, will empower people who are searching for honesty and truth. And this will be seen in the public as conflicts started because of principles and honesty and truth. And so we can expect some bigger scandal probably around there. And many people who are connected with Mars will have this impulse to enter conflicts because of their principal views, religious views. So Mars again will be active. And so in the end, in February, all the planets will become strong, and in general, this is a good sign. It shows strengthening of affairs, strengthening of most of the people and their dealings. And this is true, except that the challenges of Saturn will be greater than usual. So this is the big news. Saturn starting its cycle in Capricorn.
Good and bad.
Yes, Saturn. Okay, no one has to fear Saturn because Saturn is bringing only order, and he is the planet of justice. So no one who is not deserving this will not have problems. Okay, so on the other hand, people who are deserving to have problems, they will have it, and some people will find even some positive news about it.
We're on the good side. Good. Keep doing 20 horoscopes per day and Saturn reward.
Okay.
Doing his donkey work. Work hard.
Yes, people are very interested in this reading about Jupiter and Saturn. I am giving them also not only about the future, what will bring, but also I'm showing them what was for them without knowing, without them telling me. I'm telling them what was in their lives before in the previous cycles.
Oh,
okay. It's really interesting, always.
Yes, that sounds fascinating. Oh yeah, so the offer is still valid for a few days. That it's $50 off. Whoever wants to order a reading with Trifon. And in a few days, we might do a video about Venus entering the constellation of the fishes, Pisces, and what this can mean for each of the 12 signs.
Yes, more positive news expect than in this video with Venus. We will concentrate upon that.
Thank you so much, Trifon. Have a wonderful week ahead and see you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the update.
Thank you. Take care.